You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnettans out there, Gwinnett land, and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice this morning. Hey guys, it's Monday. So happy to be here with you this morning. I had a wonderful weekend. Spent some time in Tennessee last week. I think I told you about that. Just had a really good time. I had a good weekend, but I was kind of under the weather. Like I'm sounding a lot better now. I can't tell whether it's a cold or if it's allergies. All I know is I was nasally and coughing a little bit and itchy throat and ears, so couldn't tell whether it was allergies. And it's kind of late in the season to have allergies, but you never know. So much stuff going on in the world that you just never know. But listen, it's a great day in Gwinnett County. Right, it's about 45 degrees going up to a high about 68, which is beautiful. You know, we had a couple of cold days. I'm not going to even front. It was like I went outside. I was like, oh, it's cold out here. And it's so funny because, you know, we got a little dog. Her name is Diamond, right? And when you let Diamond out, she just wants the neighborhood. She's like the roam. But when it's cold, she come back scratching at the door. And I was like, yeah, you don't mess around when it's cold. But when it's nice out, we got to go looking for it. She go roam the neighborhood and then we get in trouble. She roaming the neighborhood. But anyway, so happy to be here with you today. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Today is November the 11th. Time is rolling in. Do you hear me? Oh my God! You know, I had time to reflect about what I wanted to do with the show in 2020, and I'm so excited about the things that I have planned. You know, I have my Pod Chicks book that came out earlier in September, so I've been promoting that. I'm gonna be doing a lot of speaking, probably some more. I did a lot of speaking this year. I'm probably going to be doing even more next year. I'm working with the publicist now to help me get more awareness for the show and the podcast industry and what we do in this industry, because it's a really great industry to be in. And just looking at my company itself, it's so funny because I have a media company, ABK Media Group, and you hear that in the announcement. But completely closing that company down and just focusing on Good Morning Gwinnett. And then it's like giving your baby up for adoption, you know. So it's something that I'm thinking through. I have to, or I just might modify it. You know, I may modify it somewhat, but I'm excited about the future of the show, the future of my companies, and Pod Chicks International, which is podchicks.com, which is a community for women who are serious about learning how to leverage the power of podcasting. So I'm excited about that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be getting a commercial done for that as well, to push it out to people, to women who are serious, because this is a really good industry. And a lot of people feel like it's a lot of work. And I'm not going to say it's a lot of work, but you definitely have to be serious about it if you're planning on using it as leverage, either to grow your business or to just get in the game as a media personality. Because if you like to talk and you like to share stories and things, this is a great platform for you. Whether you got relationship stuff you want to talk about, whether it's your business you want to talk about, whether you want to talk about a specific course or a program or whatever it is, it's a great platform. And that's why I love it so much. And it's so funny because this is all I want to do. All I want to do is get on here every day and talk to you guys and help others do the same. So that is my true passion, you know, to help others learn how to leverage this medium and to do what I'm doing right now, which is talking to you. So I'm excited about the future and moving forward. But anyway, let's get on to our horoscopes brought to you by Noto Destroy Michael Thyssen. Today is November the 11th, and we're going to go right on in and pick it up what we normally do, which is at Aries. Aries, be tactful if you see flaws in someone else's work. You need an outlet that will help you take your mind off any troubles at work. You can convince anyone of anything. Okay, Aries, you can convince anyone of anything today. But don't use it in a bad way. Use it in a good way. Convince somebody of something that you need in a good way. Sometimes we learn we got these superpowers and we try to use them in a bad way. That's crazy, right? So today, Aries, your superpower is that you convince anyone of anything, but use it in a good way. Okay? Taurus, visitors may be likely to drop by. That means make sure your house is clean. I said that part. You may be torn between two possibilities. This has left you in a confused and uncertain state. Your boss may be on the rampage, and you certainly don't want to be the one to take the brunt of the bad situation. So you see him on a rampage. Listen, Move out the way. Let them go on through. Let that tornado go ahead on through. Take cover. Take cover and get out the way. That's what I'm saying. And make sure your house is clean, because, people like to drive by. Here's something funny, right? I don't care when anybody comes to our house, they always have to use the bathroom. And I always tell my daughter, because my daughter likes to do her hair. Like, we have 3 bathrooms. And my daughter likes to do her hair in her bathroom. But that's the bathroom that everybody uses. That's the guest bathroom. And sometimes she'll go in there and she'll forget to get the hair off the floor. And there's hair everywhere. And I'll tell her, listen, somebody's coming by. Clean the bathroom up. Make sure the hair is off the floor. Because everything, and then it's so funny. As soon as they walk in, it's like, hey, you got a bathroom I can use? Like, yeah, we got a bathroom. And my daughter looks at me, and I was like, I'm telling you. So make sure your house is clean today, Tarsh. That's all I'm saying. And make sure the bathroom is clean. Somebody might drop by. Gemini, don't let siblings put pressure on you. Business and emotional partnerships will run smoothly. Don't let your emotions interfere with your professional integrity. Listen, get your emotions under control today, Gemini, because your integrity is at stake. That I'm just saying. And business and emotional partnerships is going to run smoothly, but you got to make sure you're not so emotional about it. Get it in check. Cancer, try not to overspend on friends or family. Try to have patience and refrain from being judgmental. Travel will entice you. However, a tendency to overspend is quite possible. Watch the coins, Cancer. Watch the coins. You got that tendency. I know you want to go out there and spend some money, and I know you probably want to travel, so just watch the coins. That's what Michael is telling you. Leo, your best efforts will come through investments concerning your home. Don't argue with your family. Spend time getting to know each other. So, listen, your best investments come through investment concerning your home. That's where you're going to put your money today, Leo, in the house. And don't argue with the family members. Because you may say some things you can't take back. Once it's out your mouth, you can't take them back. Sorry, yeah, but you can't take back the words. Let me tell you, words can hurt. So just be careful. Virgo, stress may cause minor health ailments. Stop these bad habits. Outdoor sports events should entice you. Listen, stress is a monster, guys. We all know stress is a monster. So be careful, Virgo. You don't want any ailments. I took yesterday and I just relaxed. I looked at Gaia, and I looked at chakra healings, and I looked at success stories of people in business. It was a great day. I mean, it was so funny because I felt like I just walked and ate all day yesterday, and I really didn't eat a lot. But I did eat. But I lost a pound. So I was like, yeah, I lost a pound, even though I had a really great day. All right, listen, I'm going to a song, and I'll be right back after this next song to give you more of the rundown, more of the horoscopes brought to you by Notable Astrologer Michael Thyssen. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
Yes. Be free with me today. And we're going to pick it up with Libra. A need to be in love may fool you. Abrupt changes in your home may send you for a loop. You can make favorable changes in your home environment. Listen, a need to be in love may fool you. So don't need to be in love so bad today, Libra, that you get fooled. That's all I'm saying. Me and Michael. That's what we're saying. Scorpio, friends and relatives may be hard to take today. You can make changes to your home that will be pleasing to all concerned. You are able to make changes in your home that will be favorable to all involved. You know, I just realized I probably have said about 5 horoscopes today, and it all had to do with your home. All of them. It's like it's about the house today. It's about your home environment today. Yeah, I think that's like the 5th one I read. That's talking about your home. Yeah. All right. Sagittarius. Don't let other people meddle in your private affairs. If you're preoccupied, be careful while operating a vehicle or any kind of equipment or machinery. You can make financial deals that will bring you extra cash. Ooh, anytime you can get extra cash is a great thing. Yes. I'm just saying. Yep. Did I skip? Yeah, okay, I didn't skip anybody. Capricorn, you may not see your situation clearly. Don't lend or borrow. You can make money if you're willing to push your ideas on those in a position to support your efforts. All right, listen, don't lend today and don't borrow. Just work on making money. You got to push ideas in the right direction, though. And make sure the people you're pushing them to can support you today, Capricorn. But don't lend no money and don't borrow any. Just work on making some. That's a good thing. That's almost any day for me. Aquarius, you can learn from those who have had similar experiences. Do things because you want to, not because someone else thinks you should. You can find solutions if you're willing to communicate. Listen, do it because you want to. A lot of times we do stuff because somebody else thinks we should, and then it turns out to be the wrong decision. Do it because you want to, not because someone else thinks you should. It's got to be your decision. All right, and my fellow fish Pisces, sit tight. What does that mean? Things aren't as bad as they appear. Minor health problems will cause setbacks if you haven't taken proper care of yourself. You can expect changes in your financial situation as well as in your status. That's going to be up for us, fish. We're going to get a financial boom upwards. And your status is going to explode. Yes, we accept that in a good way. All right, so listen, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back tomorrow again to bring you horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiason. And let's move on to some news you can use. So today is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. We salute all the veterans who have worked so hard to protect us and who are still working hard to protect this country and our family and friends. We appreciate you. If you don't hear it often, I know it shouldn't be one day a year because we put your lives on the line, have suffered some tremendous things as being a veteran, but we salute you and we thank you. From me and all here at the Good Morning Gwinnett, we salute you. Also, there's a job fair for veterans today at 2 p.m. So if you're a vet looking for a job, this is a great opportunity for you to get out there and check out this job fair. It's going to be from noon to 2 p.m. It's going to be at Gwinnett Technical College, and that's going to be at the bank in Building 700 on the Gwinnett Tech campus, and it's going to be in the banquet hall. The job fair is presented by Gwinnett Tech Veterans Affairs and Career Services offices. Will be followed by 2 guest speakers and a family fun zone that evening. So they got a lot of things going on. So they got the job fair that's coming up today from 12 to noon. And that's going to be at Gwinnett Tech at the and that's going to be in the banquet hall. I'm going to have some other things this evening. Guest speakers and a family fun zone, but from 12 to 2, it's a job fair. So if you are a vet looking for employment, this is an opportunity for you to go out and, talk to some employers and see what their criteria are. But here's the thing. We love you. We appreciate what you do, but make sure you have everything you need in order. Your resume should be tight. There should be no gaps. And if there are gaps in your resume, in your employment history, make sure you can fill them in. Make sure you can explain to a potential employer why there are gaps in your resumes because they're going to ask you. Make sure that you got the proper ID. Make sure you're going to pass that check. Make sure you're dressed appropriately. Make sure you don't go there smelling like alcohol. All these things that happen. I know some of these people are struggling right now. Don't go in there smelling like smoke. Go there presentable within an intention. You want to get a job. Set the intention. Your intention today, if you go to this job fair, my intention, and you say this to yourself, my intention today is to go to this job fair and get a job. Set that intention, put that out to the universe. Sometimes we don't set the intention for what we want. We just want it. Set that intention and walk in there with the confidence that you're going to get the job that you want today. But make sure your stuff is tight. I got to say that all the time. People go to job fairs and they don't have their resume. They want to ask questions. Make sure when you go there, you are ready. Your resume is on nice paper. All the spaces are filled in. You can account for your employment history. You got the proper ID. Your background is going to come back okay. Don't smell like smoke. Don't smell like alcohol, and dress appropriately. I used to be a job coach. So when you hear me saying all this stuff, when I was in Jersey, one of my jobs when I was an employee, I was a job coach, and we worked under the Welfare to Work initiative in Jersey City at the Jersey City Training and Employment Center. So it was about 28 of us there, and we had clients who were predominantly on welfare, coming off of welfare, who had to go into the job market. So we had to do job development, and we had to do job placement, and we had to do job coaching. And so that's why when I say these things, I'm not just talking to be talking. I was a job coach. So I'm speaking from experience and working with my clients. I had a caseload of 10 clients that I work with, and my job was to make sure that they were out there working and learning so they can, become contributing citizens to the communities. All right. So that's why I say this stuff all the time. It's important that these things are, and it's so funny. I used to work in the hospital too. So I had some jobs in my life, but the hospital went bankrupt. And when I had left my position, I was working in the x-ray department, and I went back to school to become a nurse. And so I was in a union, so I was in a union 1199, and you could go to school with 1199. They would pay for you to go to school. So I figured, let me go to school to be a nurse, because nurses make, and I was chasing the money. I'm not going to even lie. Nurses make a lot of money. So I left my department, which was x-ray, and I went on the floors. A unit clerk, I can go to school during the day, so I went to work at night. But when the hospital started going through its financial problems, because I had moved my position, I lost seniority. Even though I had been there longer than some people, when you move position, you lose seniority. And I lost seniority, so I went down to the bottom, right? So when they started doing their layoffs, I was one of the first persons in the first round of layoffs to get laid off. But at that time, I was working 3 jobs. I was working because I had my baby. I had my daughter. I was a single parent by that time, and I knew I had to take care of her. So I was working at the hospital, I was working at the eye doctor, and I was working at Prudential. So when the hospital laid us off, I was able to go full-time at Prudential, which was great. That was a great experience for me. But anyway, there were a lot of people who needed resumes. And so that's when I really started my first business. I didn't even know it was a business. So I started doing resumes on this beautiful paper. People had been in the same job for 40 years. They I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So I had to go through their resumes and look at things like, okay, so you worked behind the cash register, so you're good with customer service. So I had to go and pick out, look at what they did and make that into something that an employee would say, okay, she did customer service. Okay, so she did conflict resolution. Okay, so she did problem solving. It was crazy. But that's what I started doing. And I did so many resumes over the course of 2 years because the hospital completely shut down in 97. But from 95 to 97, everybody was sending people to me to do resumes. I was killing it in the resume business. And I was just, and so I said all that to say that's why it's important that your resume have these gaps filled in. Right? And so you got to make sure that you're presentable when you go for jobs. So I just wanted to share that with you anyway. All right. So anyway, there's a lot going on. Go out there and check out that. If you want more information about this event this evening, you can go to GwinnettTech.edu /veteransaffairs for more information. GwinnettTech.edu /veteransaffairs for more information. And you find out what's happening there. I hope you get the job, enjoy some of the festivities in your honor, because that's what they're going to be doing later on with the Family Fun Zone. They're going to be doing festivities, so you got stuff for the kids going to be there. You're going to have stuff for, the veterans, some speakers going to be there. Thank you for your selflessness, because you could not do what you did and not be selfless, because that is a lot. It's a lot. So thank you for that. We appreciate you for that. All right, listen, I'm going to go to a song, and I'll be right back to give you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County right here on the Good Morning Gwinnett.
Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me that you got me hood. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies. Everyone has been bugging me to sever the ties. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. Should've known by your rap sheet that you weren't nice, but now I am telling you I'm going to smile. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star, and in a week or two I won't remember who you are. Man down, he ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track. Here she goes. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star, and in a week or two I won't remember who you are. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star, and in a week or two I won't remember who you are.
Well, welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. I'm your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you a daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So, All Pro Dads Group provides support for Gwinnett teachers. Anytime you can support the teachers, that is a good thing. When Harris remembers as a kid that it didn't come down to only his immediate family to raise him, teach him right from wrong, and sometimes discipline him. Neighbors, distant relatives, and teachers were all role models and authority figures, not just parents. And that's true. Like, you got to think about your role. Like, it takes a village for real. That's what he said. And it's the truth. You know, it takes a village for real for kids, and even more so these days. Like, because I feel like we don't have that anymore. I remember, when I was a little girl, little girl, it was like, before I moved to Jersey, everybody knew everybody. Like, my cousins lived next door. We knew all the people in the neighborhood. My mother's friends lived down the street. So you couldn't do no wrong and not get in trouble, because you going to get in trouble. Somebody was going to tell. And then when I moved to Jersey, it was the same thing. Like, everybody on the block knew each other. We used to block off the block and have block parties. So everybody knew each other. You couldn't get it. You're going to get in trouble. Somebody going to tell on you. I seen what you're doing. But they didn't say I was a good girl. But he's right. It takes a village for real. Harris is a volunteer mentor at Party Elementary School in Snellville, and as president of the party chapter of All Pro Dads. Children spend most of their weekdays with the teachers, so he wants to support their efforts and facilitate a classroom environment conducive to learning. Okay, Mr. Pro Dad, I hear you. All Pro Dads is part of a larger called Family First. This is our people helping people. Family First. All Pro Dads has chapters in 45 states in the U.S., and there are 47 chapters in Gwinnett County alone. Wow, that is nice. Never heard of them. Mostly at elementary school. So Party's chapter is one of the most active and fastest growing in the county, with around 80 volunteers stop in for a day or two per week to help students to form to and from their cars, and drop off and pickup lines, help class projects, organize community barbecues, lead mentoring programs. I need to talk to these people. Let me make a note of that. I need to talk to these guys. I would love to have them on the show. That sounds amazing. So I got to make a note of that. All Pro Dads. Anyway, so the organization at Party started in 2015 with a core group of about 10 volunteers. Harris said the organization is trying to close 100 volunteers. When parents see them there, they go and tell their husbands and tell granddads. Harris said that's kind of cool. So these are fellas. You know what I mean? So and sometimes you say, oh, there are no men in my kids' life, but these guys are all pro dads. I love it. All right. The organization is a good fit for work from home dad who wants to present kids' school beyond traditional parent-teacher association parties. Also, All Pro Dads is well represented in the PTA. Party Parent Outreach Liaison Deborah Bridges said volunteers' efforts impact all students at the school. So kudos to you guys. Man, that is nice. All Pro Dads. I'm going to give them a round of applause. That is wonderful. Yes, 47 chapters right here and there. That's nice. That is really nice. Sometimes that's probably the only time that one of those kids get to see another. They're doing something positive in their life. So if you want more information about our All Pro Dads, please check them out. Because they seem like they're doing some amazing, amazing things. And sometimes you need the extra help. And here's the thing. Teachers are underappreciated. You know what I mean? I know. Teachers are appreciated and underpaid. And, sometimes they just don't. They just don't get the love they need and get the help. And it's nice that these guys have stepped up. 80 at one school, 80 men at one school. That's wonderful. So chapters of All Pro Dads are mostly partnered with elementary schools through some, though some are partnered with middle schools. A chapter requires a partner approval and a $50 annual fee. So if you want to know more about All Pro Dads, you go to allprodadchapters.com if you want to open up start a chapter in a school. That's a great story. If you go to middle school, because they do them in middle school as well, and you want to start a chapter, you want to found a chapter, you have to. It's a partner approval process, and there's a $50. That's it, annual fee. And you can, for more information, go to allprodadchapters.com. Allprodadchapters.com for more information. Go ahead, volunteer. If you got some time during the day that you can spend some time with some kids, go ahead and do it. allprodadchapters.com. All right. Let's keep it moving. Chris Thompson holds up Gwinnett Transit Plan as a model for the metro area. Transit has been a hot topic all year long. I don't think it's going to go anywhere for the next 20 years because, one, it's a huge thing. Two, do we need it? Yes. Three, a lot of people don't want it. Some people do want it. They want it to be totally for Gwinnett County. So, although Gwinnett County voters rejected the plan of transit in the county earlier this year, State Road and Tollway Authority Executive Director Chris Tomlinson told the Gwinnett Chamber on Friday that he believed it was a model for other metro communities. Tomlinson and Georgia Department of Transportation Commissioner Russell McCurry talked about transportation and transit and how they impact Gwinnett as they addressed the chamber at its monthly on-topic luncheon. While Tomlinson said there is no one-size-fits-all plan that works for every county in the footprint of Atlanta Transit Link, also known as the ATL, he said he praised Gwinnett for including multiple modes of transportation in its plan. That's a hot topic. They want a rail, they want bus, they want a lot. He said we're looking to Gwinnett's plans as an example, and we're showing it to literally other counties at how you can put together a multimodal transportation plan. Tomlinson said Gwinnett has multiple versions of what we call high capacity options. What does that mean? Yes, there's a component to look at rail, but also looking at new technology such as bus, rapid transit makes sense as well. And they got the autonomous cars and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's a part of the plan, but I'm sure somewhere down the line it's probably going to be, and that's probably going to be some kind of private company with autonomous driving cars. So for those of you who don't know what that means nobody's driving the car. The car is driving itself. And they rolled that out. They did a test last month over at Curiosity Labs in Norcross. So if you want to go over there, I think you can go over there and check it out. But anyway, the ATL board is in the process of putting together a region-wide transit expansion plan. Counties within the ATL's footprint would be able to take projects from the plan that are within their jurisdiction and hold transportation-specific special purpose local options sales tax referendums to let voters decide whether to pay for them. So back again, Gwinnett attempts early this year to get voter approval to pay for projects, and the plan was tied to Gwinnett's joining MARTA. The transit system would have used the Gwinnett County Connect Gwinnett Transit Development Plan as a blueprint for expanding its service in county. But that plan was rejected. We know that, the people said. But this is going to be interesting to see how this all fold out. I mean, transit is still a big topic here amongst everybody that I talk to. All the people for different offices at the top of the agenda is transit. The first thing they talk about is transit. So we're gonna see how that's gonna roll. I'm sure the referendum will be up again for March, to be considered again in March, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yes. So Gwinnett County receives a grant to help purchase search and rescue equipment. Gwinnett commissioners recently accepted a $47,275 grant from the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency. The funds will be used to purchase search and rescue equipment for Georgia's search and rescue truck. The grant is 100% funded through GEMA/HS with no matching funds required from the county. The equipment will be used to enhance GSAR's ability to prevent, protect against, and respond to terrorist attacks, major disasters, and other emergencies. Following 9/11, Georgia realized the state was not prepared for extreme emergency events. Oh, okay. We're not. With funding through GEMA and GSAR, teams were developed. All members are trained in 5 disciplines of rescue and response, including hazardous material, high angle, confined spaces, trench collapse, and building collapse. Some are trained in wilderness search rescue and water rescues. All right, so thanks. We want to keep on making Gwinnett a safe place. So thank you for that grant for $47,275. We appreciate that. Are we prepared? I hope we're getting prepared. That's a good thing. Like the grant itself, I just had to tell this story. I hate bad news, and I try not to share it. But this was just crazy. So, a Gwinnett County Walmart employee is behind bars after he allegedly run over a 65-year-old customer outside the store and then leaving the scene. Police said, "Oh Lord, I don't understand. Like how? I don't understand. I just don't." And it's so many stories like this till it hurts my heart. Like it's just crazy. But yeah, why would you leave? Why would you leave? Why not just stay? You could have probably helped the person. It's so sad. He was 20 years old. He was driving a Versa. Versa's a small car. It doesn't take but one hit. He was in the crosswalk in the store, and he was hit by this guy. And then the guy leaves the scene. And it's sad. Like, I don't even understand, why leave? Stay. You could have helped a person. I'm just saying. Like, sometimes I'm scared, but you just hit somebody. Then that person died. Now you caught. And now you're going to be taken up for not just murder or manslaughter. It's terrible. All right, listen, I'm going to a song. I'll be back after this next one to give you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. You're listening to the Morning Gwinnett Show.
Time takes a toll on everyone, they say. Time is merciless, it won't wait for us to change. Time, I am stressing out, I can't figure out what to say. Oh, time, just give us time. Time, looking back on pictures, and I find it hard to see you and myself in places where we used to be. Oh, time, we got older, babe, and I wanna stay with you. Don't got time for games. Now what you wanna do? Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Every night, every day, promise we'll never change. Are you gonna love me? time for games. Now what you wanna do? Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Every night, every day, promise we'll never change. Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Hey, hey, every night, every day, promise we'll never change. So are you gonna love me? Love me with my flaws and all. Will we be enough, baby? Promise me we'll never fall. Promise now you gonna love me. Love me with my flaws and all. Will we be enough, baby? Promise me we'll never fall. Never fall. Promise me, promise.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. So Norcross receives Partner of the Year award. Yay, kudos to you, Norcross. Yes. Access to Capital for Entrepreneurs, ACE, recently awarded the Partner of the Year award to Norcross in recognition of the city's high level of promotion of entrepreneurship, provision of resources, and community development. The nonprofit organization provides loans and business development resources to help its borrowers create and grow sustainable businesses that generate jobs. ACE serves 68 counties, including all of Metro Atlanta and North Georgia. Since 2015, the city has welcomed the ACE Women Business Center and Norcross Cultural Center, Norcross Cultural and Community Arts Centers. Since moving to Norcross, the center has been able to serve over 5,000 individuals through training and one-on-one consultations. The Norcross Economic Development Department and ACE staff continue to provide support and assistance to entrepreneurs in and around the city. The department provides referrals, promotes WBC services, create connections with entrepreneurs and other business establishments in the area. So kudos to Norcross for that, helping out entrepreneurs. Let me tell you something. It's not easy being an entrepreneur. So anytime you can get some extra help is welcome most of the time. And for those of you who don't know about ACE, ACE is a great organization. So if you want more information about ACE, go to tinyurl.com and to find out about this award and / Norcross Partner Award. You can find out about the award. But ACE you can go to, and I want to say, just look up their name. It's Access to Capital for Entrepreneurs, and they have a lot of programs there. I've seen their programs there, and actually I'm going to be visiting them over the next week because of what I do here with Good Morning Gwinnett. So I'm going to be doing a lot of partnerships. I'm excited about that. But anyway, kudos Norcross for helping out entrepreneurs. We can always use that extra help. Always. I'm smiling right now because let me tell you something. It's rough. It is rough sometimes. You're all by yourself. You know what I mean? You're all by yourself. Okay, so let me tell you this. I had to tell you this story too, because this is I gotta look at the whole story. So, Gwinnett County mother behind bars after allegedly beating her 8-year-old son with a metal buckle as a child. Let me tell you something. I don't know if the buckle hit him, that she just beat him with the buckle and messed him up. But when we were little, if you got beat with a belt, you got lucky. My cousins used to get beat with an extension cord. So an extension cord, like the electrical extension cord, we didn't get beat cords. My dad whooped us with, mom whooped us with a comb, like the afro combs. Remember the afro comb with the black combs with the big tooth? She would watch you have like little marks all over you, but that's how you got disciplined. Talking to these kids, I don't get it. I don't know. The school called the cops on the mother because the boy had some injuries on his back from the buckle. I don't know. She whooped him. So how do you feel about that? Should kids get whoopings? We got whoopings. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know that you just take the belt buckle and just beat them. Was it a big belt buckle? Like was it one of them heavy back in the day belt buckles with the, with the horse? You know what I mean? Like what kind of? I don't know. I'm not saying that you should be good children. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we all got whoopings. And in my day, my daughter got primaries in her life, and she deserved every one of them. I'm not gonna lie, and she'll tell you she deserved them. She knows she deserved them, every one of them. Yep, she was 15 when she got her last one, and she deserved it. It wasn't with a belt buckle, but I'm just saying, She got a good one when she was 15. That was her last one. She didn't get many when she was little because she was a good baby. She started getting them when she got like 10 and 12. Like, she got 3. And I can think of all 3 of them right off the top of my head. And she deserved all 3 of them. I don't know. Parents still whoop their kids. Like, how do you discipline kids these days? How do you I don't know. So she's going to fortunately. And I hope her son was not injured really bad. I'm trying to figure out how they saw his back. Maybe he showed it to him. I don't know. That's an iffy one. If you talk to your friends like my age and mothers them age, even my daughter's age, they got whooping. You know, it was around that time when they started to call DIFUS on you. Jersey, that was Z-Packs. Like down here is Z-Packs and Jersey is DIFUS. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. 3 Gwinnett County cities are facing runoffs for seats after Tuesday night election. All right. So you got some runoffs coming. In Norcross, Tyler Handel and Bruce Gaynor are headed for a runoff in a large city council district 2. In that large city district 2. Only 2 votes separated the candidates. Handel received, oh my God, that is crazy. Handel received 36.65 of the votes and Gaynor received 36.47. The seat is currently held by Councilman Dan Watch, who did not seek re-election. Wow, 2 votes? That's painful. Snellville's Post 2 is also headed for a runoff. Solange Destaing received 47.56% of the vote, and Brittany Marmel received 41.61%. Councilman Roger Marmel, the current Post 2 representative, and Brittany Marmel's husband did not seek re-election. Brazelton Town Council District 1 will see a runoff between incumbent Councilwoman Becky Richardson, who receives 44.56% of the vote, and challenger Richard Mayberry, who receives 30.5% of the vote. In the 3rd District, incumbent Tony Fenari lost to challenger Jim Jodak, received 81%. He lost bad, 81% of the votes. So Tony, yeah. Jim got 81% of the vote. Tony got 18%. He got whooped. All runoffs will take place on December 3rd at the same polling places used for Tuesday's election. In Swanee, 2 incumbents running for re-election to council seat were defeated. Challenger Heather J. Hall defeated incumbent Post 1 Councilman Doug Ireland and received 56.64% of the vote. For Post 2, Larry Pettiford defeated incumbent Dick Goodman, 57.1% of the vote. I believe many citizens were concerned about what they perceive as overdevelopment, particularly in the form of rental properties, Goodman said in an email. And although this type of development has been incorporated in cities' master plan, which were citizen driven for nearly 2 decades and have been regularly referenced and highlighted in the city's various publications, I guess the citizens said we don't want it. Yeah, so that's your elections. Yep, those are the elections. I know, right? Runoffs. I know people hate runoffs. They was like, man, I just don't want it to be a runoff. Because that means you got to go back and do it again. So keep campaigning. So they got to keep campaigning for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks until December 3rd. All right, so if you look into so Norcross has a new economic development director. That's good. See, this is why Norcross won, because they know we got to keep it going. Norcross introduces a new director of economic development. Norcross recently introduced William Corbin as the city's new economic development. Among his responsibilities, Corbin will work to increase economic growth, particularly in key industries, and provide employers with access to talent pools. Get ready. You need me. I'm talent pool. You're the talent pool if you're looking for a job. In a recent letter on the city's economic website, Corbin stated, I am passionate about socio-economic stability and well-being of towns, cities, and regions. I have a strong interest in how the economic development-related activities and public-private organizations in our communities affect the daily lives of business residents and visitors. Corbin has been within either the incorporated city limits or greater Norcross region for several years. He worked from 2014 to 2018 in Duluth to help implement economic development plans, programs, and services, including much of downtown citywide development. So you know a little something about economic development. So welcome. Looking forward to you doing some good work. Norcross has already won Partner of the Year. So you guys keep on doing what you're doing over there in Norcross. Hopefully some other towns will say, you know what, let's follow their blueprint. It seems to be working. They're doing great things. I'm just saying. You don't get the award for not doing great things. I'm just saying. So Gwinnett is holding several hiring events this month. So if you want to be a poll worker in the upcoming election, they are holding poll workers for the 2020 election. They're going to host several hiring events. So Gwinnett staffs 156 polling locations on election day, in addition to 8 advanced voting locations. The county is the only one in Georgia federally mandated to provide elections and assistance in Spanish, so there is a particular need for bilingual poll workers, officials say. So if you can speak more than one language, especially Spanish, they are looking for you. Applicants must be at least 16 years old and a U.S. citizen, a resident of Gwinnett, or an employee of its government. They must also have access to a computer for online training. Stipends for poll workers are $120. Hiring events this month are as follows. Last Thursday, missed that one. So the next one coming up is this Thursday, November the 14th, 4 to 7 at the One Stop Shop in Beaufort, 2755 Swanee Avenue in Beaufort. Saturday, November the 16th at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Lilburn Branch Library, located at 4817 Church Street, Northwest in Lilburn. So you got one coming up Thursday, November the 14th from 4 to 7 at the One Stop Beaufort, located at 2755 Swanee Avenue in Beaufort. And then November the 16th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Lilburn Branch Library, located at 4817 Church Street, Northwest in Lilburn. So you got to be 16 years of older. You got to have documents to verify your identity through the federal I-9 Employment Eligibility Program. Will require a list of accepted documents, which includes things like passport, driver's license, birth certificates. You got to have all that stuff. So when you go there, these are the things you need. If you're interested in applying and encouraged to do so, you can go to GwinnettCountyJobs.com prior to attending the event. Again, that's this Thursday from 4 to 7 in Swanee. And then this Saturday at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., you can go to GwinnettCountyJobs.com to start the application process. All right? Got to be 16 years of age, a citizen of Gwinnett County, working in Gwinnett County, and got to be a U.S. citizen. And you got to have the proper ID, birth certificate, a driver's license, some kind of federal ID. All right? All right, cool. All right, I'm going to my last song. Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to bring you my inspiration for the day before I close it out. All right.
Between concrete walls, there's a place for us where we could go, where we could be alone. Between city lights, we don't have to hide. I wanna go, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go,
Armand Gwinnett Show. So listen, guys, that's all I got for today. But before I go, I want to give you a little word of inspiration. So my word today is dreams come true when you believe they will. Let me say that again. Dreams come true when you believe they will. And if you don't believe that, look around. Everything you see around you was somebody's dream. Just look around. The chair that you're sitting on right now, the phone that you're listening to this show on right now, the earbuds that's stuck in your ear right now because you know you're supposed to be working and you're listening to the show. Thank you. But just look around. The desk, the computer, the pill bottle, the coffee cup, the coffee. Everything around you was somebody's idea. And they will come true, but you got to first believe that they will. You got to first conceive it in your mind, and then you got to believe it in your heart. Whatever you think or dream about, you can achieve. You really can. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's the truth. And it's evidence all around you. You ain't got to think twice about it. I can guarantee you that most of the people that started big businesses started out with nothing but a big idea and a dream. That's it. I have a book called A Big Idea. If you go to Amazon.com and you put in my name, Audrey Bell Kearney, I got a book over there called A Big Idea, right? And on the front of that book is a doll that I invented. And I put the doll on there because I needed people to understand that you can bring big ideas to life. It wasn't a doll that somebody made and I branded it. It was in my head. It came out of my head, right? I was sitting at work one day and I was thinking, I don't know what made me think about this doll. And it was a plus size fashion doll. And I'm like, really? Really, God, you want me to make a doll? And I started doing my research and there was no doll on the market like my doll. It came out of my head. And so if I kick the bucket today, I know I had a big idea and a dream, and I believed it in my heart, and I brought it to life. That doll turns 21 years old next year. It's amazing when I think about it. It's amazing. So just know that. Just know that. Dreams can come true when you believe they will. Whatever you dream about, if you're dreaming to write a book, if you're dreaming to start a business, if you're dreaming to go on a dream trip, if you're dreaming about your house, if you're dreaming about your dream car, you're dreaming about the life you want, the dream mate you want, but you got to first believe it. You got to believe it in your heart. You got to believe it in your soul. You got to believe it in your spirit. Listen, thank you so much for listening to me. You could have been anywhere in the world for the last 58 minutes, but you spent through here with me, and I appreciate you so much. I will like for you to go to the website, Good Morning Gwinnett, and listen to any past episodes. I did a great interview. If you missed it last Thursday, I did a great interview with Vivian Ram. She owns a Code Ninja here in Snellville. I actually went to that open house that they did. They did a grand opening on Saturday. I'm telling you, if you got kids between the ages of 5 and 14, and she's going to be launching some adult classes for 14 and up in next year, 2020. But if you got a child between the ages of 5 and 14, you want them to learn how to do coding and robotics and programming and all these different things, because our country, our world is all tech based. I don't care what you do. There's somewhere in there some kind of technology. And so your kids need to be on the forefront of whatever that cutting edge technology is, right? If your kids play games, let them learn how to program games, and these kids are genius. That place was loaded with children on Saturday, the grand opening. Parents were there. They were talking to the owners. They want to know, how can my child get involved? What will they learn? And they got a curriculum that's amazing. They got amazing staff working there. So if you missed that interview with Vivian, go on over to goodmorninggwinnett.com. Listen to the Code Ninja interview. It was a great interview. And if you get a chance, check out her location in Snellville at the shops. I'll be back again tomorrow, God willing. Thank you again for listening. I appreciate you so much. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends.